everyone sent us the same question about the first 20 or 30 people. They said, did you hear Nathanial Bassey say Ghanaian gospel musicians should sing in English?
I did. I watched it. It's trending all over. And I understood what he was trying to say. But I've been around for a very, very, very long time. I have the privilege still in going to Nigeria to minister with Nigerians. And I slightly disagree with that. When it's your time to shine, no matter the language you sing in, you will still shine. We've heard about Rebecca Malope. We Ghanaians don't know what she's saying. Moya wa, Moya. I don't know if you know Rebecca Malope, the South African. Most songs we do listen to from South Africa, Yusindu, from Salif Keita and all of those people.
Bassey, he has a Nigerian song we like. We don't understand it.
Bassey intertwines a lot of Nigerian language and English together. So I understood what he was trying to say. What he was trying to say, if you want to invade or go global, then change your language to English so that the world at large can hear you. But I also come from a school of thought, which is you don't necessarily have to sing in English to go over. You know the song Despacito or whatever. You don't even understand what they're saying, that Spanish song, but you enjoy it. Once it's packaged right, and in the Christendom there's something called anointing. Once the oil is on you, no matter what you're singing in, the world will receive it. I've written songs that Americans are singing. Akuna, Wakaita, all these songs I wrote, they sing it. They love it. So
what does it mean, though?
There's nobody like Jesus. It's South African Swahili.
Oh, okay.
So for me, once it's your time and you're well packaged, you can get anywhere you need to. What I would advise is this: just as Ghanaians invite a lot of Nigerians to come and grace our occasions, I think that it will be nice for Nigerians to also invite Ghanaians.
But you have been going.
I've been going.
But maybe because you don't sing that much in Tree, do you?
I do. I have songs in Tree, Okokroko, Jesus Casa, and it's global. You go to American churches and they're singing that. So it depends. You see, like I was saying, my friend Tim Gottfried would have a concert in Nigeria and insist that he needs Badu on that. So I'll be there and he'll call me.
Yeah, but your song, Baba, which was a big hit, came across as a global song because it's in English.
Absolutely. So Baba is in Nigeria. The Nigerians normally use Baba as God, you know. Yeah. And then I intertwined it with English. But and that's when they accepted it because it was both
culturally Nigerian.
That. But what I'm trying to hit is this. If the Joe Mertils are given that same opportunity I had, you know, being recommended and going out there, we will also make that same impact and they will start singing our songs. I was in Nigeria and they were singing Oh Be Lifted, right? And they didn't know it was emoji. Above all other, they didn't know it was emoji. I told them this song is a Ghanaian that wrote that. So I think that just as we open our arms to Nigerians, both in the secular and gospel, the same thing should happen there. And I'm looking forward to them doing that.
You know, when we were growing up, a gospel musician was not thought of as a pastor. Now that has changed. Is it good or bad?
I think it's the orientation that has changed because in America, it's a no-brainer.
Not to cut you, but the first person we saw take up the space of a pastor was Ron Kinoli. That's the first person. We know of gospel musicians.
Absolutely.
And our gospel musicians then was Professor Kofi Abraham. And, you know, and then comes Ron Kinoli. And there's a pastor, Ron Kinoli. He runs a church. He has a ministry. That was fascinating to us. So
the thing here is our people would not accept that calling easily. Or it's like you once upon a time being a journalist and then later on owning your own TV station.
No, they don't like that.
No. How can you own your own TV station? But hey, perhaps inside of you there was a CEO But the fact that he started as a journalist doesn't mean that's what you'll be forever.
I get it now.
Or starting as a radio station presenter does not mean you cannot own your own radio station. Bolloré owns his own station. Does he have to stay as a presenter? No. So there are some who have that CEO calling inside of them. It just needs to be nurtured. And at the right time, when you get the right resources, you're able to stand on your own.
But the pastor is not a CEO. He is looking after God's flock.
So I'm saying that in that scenario. So I can start as a worship leader. My father is a pastor. I'm a pastor's kid, right? So I've been in the church my whole life. So ministry was inside of me. And it was up to me to nurture it. So I served under Pastor Kingsley at PAJ, Trinity Baptist. I've been there I've served him almost 25 years. Why wouldn't I learn from him? He nurtured me to become. So what I didn't have, he helped me gain it. And then when it was time, he's the one that started telling me, start preaching. It's time to preach. Do it. I never wanted to preach. Paul, why wouldn't I enjoy first class, go sing for 2 hours, get a big amount of money and go back home?
You know those days when you pastor at PAJ's church on 31st night, it's populated with all the cars, and we keep asking that, what's happening in Trinity? There's a SONNIE Badu.
SONNIE Badu, yeah.
How is that small boy from London come to disturb us?
Absolutely.
But I really admire your relationship with APJ. How you stood with him, how you stick with him, whatever it is.
So this is the secret. This is the secret. I've served him for almost 25 years.
Amazing.
My first concert at the stadium, Pastor Kingsley made it happen.
Oh, wow.
Yes. He told me, you need to do a stadium. I said, Dad, how? In fact, he said, what do you want? I said, I wanted a stadium. He said, okay. He called one of his big boys. And this is what he said. My son wants a concert at the stadium. Not one, 2 stadiums, Accra and Kumasi. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for everything. Take care of my son. All the man said was, yes, sir. And that is how it happened.
Wow.
Pastor Kingsley negotiated my honorarium.
Wow.
That man has never abused me. Paul, one time he called me and said, Sonny, you always come to Ghana. Let me take you to Trasalco. Let you meet Chains here. You need to buy a house here. This is a father.
Wow.
So when we couldn't get Trasalco later on, we got the other place. But this is a father who looks out for me. I preached for him on Sunday. So now he would tell you, you're coming to preach. No, here you're not singing. That is a father who's nurturing a son.
Are you able to preach without singing?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I can sing without preaching. Like Saturday.
Yeah, that we know.
I'll never say one word. 4 hours non-stop. Minkasada.